Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Omni viewer, and just out of nowhere, we got two very short Godzilla related teasers today. One of them is really just a tourism promo for Southeast Asia, although it is getting a lot of attention because it features a variation of the Takashi Yamazaki Godzilla design. I think we may as well just call this Yamazaki Goji or something, because it seems like he's got a very specific design between Godzilla the Ride and Minus One. This one is not the Minus One design exactly. It's not even the Ride one exactly. There's stuff like a spike coming out of the back of the leg, and the spines are a bit more reminiscent of the, not necessarily Godzilla 2000, but certainly the Kyugoji design, and maybe a little bit of Godzilla Evolved thrown in there for the spine designs. And he's gonna be when he's charging up, he's about to spit a green heat ray, kind of like what's going to happen in the new IDW comics. But like I said, that seems to mostly be a tourism promo, not necessarily anything indicating a new movie or anything. There is going to be, of course, a new Godzilla the Ride that Yamazaki is working on that appears to be heavily based on Godzilla Minus One. But even then, this isn't exactly movie news we're talking about just yet. We did, however, get another teaser for a movie, and it's kind of like what they did with Godzilla Kong the New Empire, only this time it's a not as dramatic of a reveal, except for the title. The teaser itself shows a room in a Monarch facility, and we see a computer screen that shows a Titan alert that's apparently a very big one. Then it reveals the title, Godzilla Kong Supernova. Now, the Supernova part, of course, has a lot of people talking because there have been hints from certain sources connected to the movie that some kind of a space connection is going to be part of this movie. We don't necessarily know what at this point. Lots of people are still saying Space Godzilla, and who knows? Maybe they did get the license to Space Godzilla. I have no idea. At this point, it's all speculation. We do know, of course, that extraterrestrial kaiju, or titans, I should say, do exist in the MonsterVerse because of Godzilla King of the Monsters. Ghidorah is confirmed to be an ET in that one. However, King of the Monsters also, when we were in the underwater city, featured those ruins that Michael Dougherty confirmed depict the Anunnaki. And if you're familiar with ancient astronaut theory, the Anunnaki are from way, way back in early mythology, which the way the mythology has been interpreted, specifically by researchers like Zechariah Sitchin, has people thinking that it's got some kind of extraterrestrial connection, that the Anunnaki are alien beings from a 12th planet in our solar system called Nibiru, who came to Earth, altered the hominids they found into humans so they could basically mine gold to bring back to their planet. And nothing's been followed up on since then. It wasn't even really mentioned in the movie itself. But I wonder if there's going to be a connection there. However, I've also noticed that the site they zero in on for this Titan alert in the teaser also mentions Sedona, Arizona, which that could just be a randomly selected location, or it could be where a significant event in the movie takes place. And Arizona has a history of UFO sightings, of course. Back in the 90s, you may recall, there were the Phoenix Lights, those giant V-shaped objects that were flying over Arizona. That officially they were called like training flares that were part of an Air Force exercise. You line the videos taken of those things up with videos of actual flares, they don't match. So I don't necessarily buy that explanation myself. But it's a pretty popular UFO location, so there's that other space connection. Also, if you look it up, Arizona also is a place where you are liable to find a lot of flying cryptids. Like there are reports of the Oswong there, or it's a place where thunderbirds are regularly sighted. And that has me thinking, could Rodan come back? Is that a hint? I have no idea. Like I always try to make clear, anything I say could just be speculation. But it does seem like there's going to be at least some kind of a space connection based on that title. So it doesn't show us much. The GXK New Empire teaser that they did gave us our first glimpse of Scar King, albeit in silhouette. This one doesn't show anything new, at least in terms of monsters or anything. It does feature what sounds like Godzilla's roar, and maybe it is, or maybe it's something that just sounds like Godzilla. Maybe that's another Space Godzilla hint. Again, at this point, I really don't know. But either way, it did its job. I'm interested to see where this goes. Stuff that we've seen in there might be hints or might just be set dressing. Only time will tell. But yeah, those are the major bits of news at this point. So until such time as we meet again, this is the Omni Viewer signing off.